you free. I've had the truth revealed to me. It's a slowly growing tree. So we're coming to the end of our time here in the Zooberg Mountains. The deck that Eddie has been building is, well, the deck's finished. They're busy on the balustrade now. And I'm feeling so sentimental. We spent almost 3 months out here in the bush, really out here. You can actually see the lodge there in the background. We've spent, I'll have to check the numbers, but we've spent a long time here. Just the three of us, me, Aiden and Morton, and a whole bunch of zebras and different antelopes, ants, snakes, birds, bees, just in the wild, in nature. This is a private reserve, Eastern Cape bushveld, untouched, growing as it does naturally, and it has been such an incredible time to just be out here, absolutely away from everything, out of signal, out of constant communication, out of the human world, really, of the craziness of 2020. We've just been blessed to have this really isolated time to be with ourselves. Obviously the guys have been laboring incredibly hard every day, so their time here has been quite different to my time here. My time here has been very introspective and self-reflective, and it's been a big time of growth. I'm such a different person than I was all those weeks and months ago when we first arrived here. It's so beautiful here. Wow. It's stunning, absolutely stunning, astoundingly beautiful here. And what a change we've seen as well. I mean, this place had been in drought for almost 7 years when we arrived, and we've had quite a lot of rain since we've been here, and it's so beautiful to see how all the new grass has grown and new leaves have come. The animals have plumped up a bit. I mean, it's still not as lush and lush as it could be. Oh my gosh, look, more poo! Such fresh poo. This poo is very fresh. It's kind of warm still, I don't know, that's bum warm. But it's warm and fresh. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just really happy. I feel very blessed to have spent this time with myself, facing my demons and healing my wounds and growing and loving myself and focusing on my art and my expression and making these crazy, silly videos. It's been really cool. And yeah, I mean, I'm here now. Up here is the zonky path that I walked on in the first episode of Ashtree's Adventures, and over there is where I thought it was a snake, but it was actually just a bug. And this is the road here that I'm walking on now, which is the road that I kept pointing down at in the first episode, saying, I usually go on that road, and today I'm up here on the animal path, and it's so cool. And it's so crazy. I feel like I'm like a time traveler. Look, here's another anthill absolutely desolated. I feel like a time traveler, and I've really kind of become aware of that lately, filming myself do things and realizing that I'm watching myself grow. Watching a video of myself a few years ago, a few weeks ago, even a few days ago, even a few hours ago. It's time travel, you know. I'm right now, I'm here. I'm present with myself, and with nature, and I'm in this moment, and I'm alive, and the sun is shining on me, and I can hear the wind. And life is so beautiful. And I love being a human, and I love the earth. I love planet Earth, and I'm so grateful to be alive on planet Earth right now. Right now. In 2020, the 24th of November 2020, I'm a human being called Ashtree, alive on planet Earth, and it is such a blessing to be here. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to be me. There's monkeys on top of the mountain. I just heard them calling. They called so that we could look at them. Precious little animals. Not so little. You know, I've been a seeker for a long time. And even here, I mean, I've run up to the top of this hill so many times. And every time I do that run, I feel like I'm looking for something. I climb up to go up, to speak to God, to question, to vent, to seek. Recently I was feeling a bit despondent, like a bit alone in the world. I suppose it might have something to do with the fact that we've been in isolation in the bush for a few months. But I had my moon time, and I was just feeling a bit heightened emotionally, and I was just feeling very lonely and isolated, and I was like, am I the only person in the world who feels this passionate about nature, who cares about spirituality, and who focuses on what's real? Am I the only person who's not driven by the system? You know, I was just feeling those questions, as I'm sure a lot of people do. I'm sure a lot of people feel alone. And I know we're not alone. You're not alone. Hey. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's thousands, if not millions, of people out there who feel exactly the way that I feel about the earth, and about wishing the world could be different, and wanting to make a change, and wanting to find the people that we can make the change with, and just hungry for that connection with people who really care, people who have a heart that beats, you know, that feels, and people who have eyes that see the world for what it is, who see through the bullshit, and value what's real, and do what they can to have a positive impact on the world. I know those people exist. I know a few of them myself. Yeah. So anyway, I was just praying to the sky, as one does sometimes, you know, like, "God, curse you, God! Why are we down here, us lowly humans? Why do we have to struggle? Why do you just watch us and leave us to sit in our own toil and trouble?" The classic curse you, God moment. I've had a few of them in my life. And I don't know, since then I've just kind of felt like, Ash, you're not alone. Like, I'm never alone, you know. I'm realizing that I am enough. I am not alone. I am on my own with me. And I love myself. And love the world that I live in. And I love the parts of the world that I live in. And I love my experience of this world through these eyes and these senses. I love experiencing life as Ashley so much. I love Ashley. I love myself. I love myself so much. And that's enough. I feel like I've realized through dreams, and just through reflecting, you know, I used to believe, and I mean, I really, who's to say? I don't know. Like, I'm just a little old girl from Fishhook who's been on this trip of a journey of spiritual awakening, I guess, if you're going to use that term. It is that, but I believe it's just waking up to reality. It's just becoming unprogrammed by movies and media and just coming back to the reality of life before the tainted world tainted me. That's what I believe waking up is. It's actually just reversing to your core self, peeling off the layers, getting back to your truth. And it was such a long journey for me. Holy pooperino. It was such a long journey. But what I was trying to say is that I've always had these really, really crazy dreams. Like, intensely mad dreams where I'm like, oh, I'm the only person in the world who dreams like this. I'm so special. Like, no, but for real, like, I am pretty special. My dreams are mad, but I'm not the only person. But, fuck no, what I'm trying to say is that I'm pretty sure it's me that talks to me in my dreams, you know? According to psychology, your dreams are your subconscious's way of speaking to you. So it's me. It's just the parts of me that are aware of my entire existence, whereas when I'm awake in my consciously human daytime living state, I have a very finite perspective of the world. I'm experiencing it right now in front of me, and maybe right now I'm experiencing it through anger or frustration or hunger, which can feel like anger or sadness or frustration or whatever. We experience the world and life and ourselves through so many things, and it can be through conditionings, it can be through perspectives, it can be through ideals, it can be through identities. All of these things just become layers and layers and layers and layers and layers between us and reality. And the more bullshit you have between you and reality, the less clearly you see what is. And the more you peel back those layers and get back to your true core self, like the core of the onion, because we do have layers, even though we're not ogres. Although maybe sometimes we feel like ogres. I've been an ogre. Anyway, that's the veil, and that's the awakening, is just peeling back these layers, unconditioning ourselves, opening our minds, questioning things that we think are real, questioning perspectives that we hold, questioning identities that we have assumed, questioning behaviors and characteristics and all of these things that we call ourself, but are all external and worldly and generally put onto us or picked up by our perception of what is valued in our society, which is so relative and subjective. But once you, yeah, I feel like reached the core of my onion. and now I just see the world for what it is. And it really is like how it was when I was a child. Like, I feel like, I mean, nothing has changed except the way that I see the world, except the way that I'm experiencing life, except the way that I'm processing my experience through my mind, through my senses, through my centers, through my nervous system, through my body. That's what's changed for me. And everything has changed for me. But yeah, small change adds up. Questioning one belief, questioning one behavior, questioning one characteristic, questioning one addiction, questioning one identity, one piece of an identity, just opening yourself up to like, who am I, and who are all these people that I claim to be, and what are all these identities I have, and why did I pick them up, and are they true to who I am, and who was I when I was a child, when I was a untainted, unconditioned individual who didn't know that other people watched me or judged me or had expectations on me, and I was just this pure expression of my soul in a body. Who was I then? And how can I not go back to being that person, because you are now this person on the other side of the journey who has gone through this filter of all the bullshit of the world and come out the other side and realized, okay, no, that can, like, I don't agree with that, get rid of that, or that I like, so keep that, or that I'm inspired by but don't fully agree with, so I'm going to take a piece of it and create my own thing from it. I just want to move out of the wind. I don't know where that is, out of the wind. Maybe in this bush here. No. Yeah, maybe if I squish in the bush. Squish in the bush. Yeah. What I'm just trying to say is, like, I feel like I've been on this quest for God my whole life, ever since I realized that Christianity wasn't for me. I've been on this hungry quest for God. And I've just realized that searching for something outside of myself and expecting someone in the clouds to give me meaning or purpose or guidance is just, that's being asleep. That's not being conscious. That's not being awake to reality. That's not living my conscious waking dream. Yeah. The truly lucid dream is when you're in control. And I've had a lot of lucid dreams, but every time I become lucid in a dream, I lose control. Because I don't know what to do when I'm in control. It's the scariest thing. It's the scariest thing I could have ever imagined. That I wasn't aware of that. I realize it now. Was for me to be in control. And I guess, again, that's because I didn't actually trust myself. Because I didn't believe I was competent. What was that? It's okay. I didn't believe I was capable. I didn't believe I had the skill or the strength or the vision or the creativity or the capacity or the knowledge or the wisdom or the beauty or the voice or the whatever. I didn't believe that I was enough to be in control of my life, to make my dreams come true, to be the captain of my own ship. But after my day of cursing God in the sky on the hill the other day, I wasn't cursing God. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I know you're up there, you magical goddesses and angelic beings and aliens and everyone who is in existence that I believe in. Why do you just leave me here to wallow in my own shit? And that night I had a dream. The goddess spoke to me. And I've always called her the goddess because it's a female voice who speaks to me. And that night she said, I am with you. I just had to leave you on your own to show you, for you to figure out, because she wasn't showing me, I was seeing for myself. that I'm capable, that my hands can be in control and I'll be okay, that I can be the lucid dreamer and know what to do, that I can create my own life with my own hands. And now nothing's changed, since I had that dream where she said, I'm with you. All of a sudden I feel like, oh, I'm not alone. And my life has been so much better since that dream. I haven't had this feeling of emptiness and external seekingness. But nothing's changed, except this voice coming to me in my sleep saying, I'm with you. And you know what's changed is that now I believe that I'm not alone. And you know whose voice that was? It was my own. It was me talking to myself in my sleep. It was the part of me that sees all of me, the part of me that's outside of time, the part of me that has seen me since before I was born, the part of me that then was born and has lived this whole human experience, the part of me that has seen all the shit that I went through, all the hardships, all the horrible things that I've done, all the toxic behaviors that I've displayed and put out, all the everything of my journey, of my human struggle, of my human experience. My subconscious self, my seeing self, sees every second of my existence. They have that higher perspective of me, where they're not just like, oh, she's a bitch because she's being bitchy today. It's like, no, okay, today I'm in emotion, and this emotion is maybe driving me a bit, and I don't have the energy or the food, or I don't have whatever I need right now to be my perfect highest self. And then in those moments, or a few hours after those moments, I may reflect and be like, oh my gosh, I'm such a horrible person. But that higher conscious self doesn't say Ashley is a horrible person because she wasn't so nice today. It says Ashley had a bit of a tough day today and she was particularly human today. That's all it says. And that part of me just loves me. Always, all the time, through everything. There's nothing I could do that would surprise that part of myself. There's nothing I could do that would freak out or frighten or anger or disappoint that part of myself, because that part of myself knows me through and through, from beginning to end, beyond time, inside, outside, upside down of time. That part of myself just knows that it knows that it knows that it knows that I'm just Ashley, and I'm just here to experience the earth as a human in this time space. And I now have an awareness of that part of myself. And I'm not always that part of myself. I am still human a lot of the time. I am still in that finite moment right now. Life is affecting me right now. Is everything. Today is hard, so life is hard. I am still like that sometimes. I am a human. But I am connected and aware of that deeper part of myself, of my truth, of my overarching truth, that I am just here to be a human, that I'm just here to live on earth. And whatever that entails is directly related to how I perceive, experience, and value earth and myself, and what I want to do in this life, and how I want to receive life, and how I want to give to life. That's what being human is. That's what the point of life is. That's what the purpose of life is. It's just to live on earth as your true self. To live and to give and receive life. That's the ultimate gift and the ultimate game and the ultimate experience. And I feel so blessed to know this now. And I feel so blessed to not be looking for anything anymore. To just be here, to just be me. And now I can just live on earth and enjoy it. Because it's such a beautiful place. And humans are so beautiful, and we create such incredible things. And it's so fun to make music and art and to dance and to eat food and to swim and to climb mountains and to jump off of things and to ride things and to dress up and to make things and to play with toys and to paint things and to paint yourself. And oh, what a blessing. heaven really is earth. Earth really is heaven. It's just the suffering and the system and the greed and the bullshit that makes earth hell, living hell. But we can transcend that, and it can all happen in here and in here. Because once you transcend it in here, it can't get you anymore. You're in control. You're the lucid dreamer, and you only can really be a lucid dreamer when you know that you can be in control, when you trust yourself, when you've done the work, when you've healed your wounds, where you've faced yourself, and you love yourself through and through, and you know, I can do anything that I put my heart and mind into. I just have to try, and I'll get better. Every time I try, I get better and I get better until one day I'm a master at many things. It doesn't have to be one thing. Life is long. Time is long. If you're present and you are not distracting yourself and you are not filling your life with emptiness, then life is long and there's much to do. There's so much adventure to have, and so much creation to make, and so much food to eat, and so many dances to dance, and so many fires to build and to burn, and so many sunsets to watch, and so many swims to have, and that's what it is. That's what we're here for. So if you haven't found this part of yourself yet, if you don't understand that you are worth absolute love and absolute acceptance, then ask yourself, why do I not believe that? And what do I need to do so that I can believe that? Because I deserve to believe that, because it's the truth. I deserve to accept myself unconditionally. I deserve to feel like I am the lucid dreamer creating my dream in this life. That's what you deserve to do. That's what Earth is for. We come here to play. And we all get so distracted. But they work hard to distract us, so I don't blame us. It took me a long time to unprogram my mind from the system. Although I am only 26, so I say long, but that's relative. It's been thousands and thousands and thousands of years of people who've died without ever realizing they're even in a program, never mind that they can unprogram themselves, never mind being successful at it. So I am beyond blessed and grateful to be in this time space. This is the coolest part of time I could ever imagine existing in. I'm so stoked to be Ashtree Paige Bayman right here, right now. Really need to get me a camera or a memory card or something. My friend, I love it. It's you're dangerously low on space. What? Something like that. Your storage is dangerously low. What am I in danger of, cell phone? In danger of not capturing an awesome moment because I don't have memory, maybe, but I'm not in danger. Calm down. You know, it's real hard work to get these walking shots that add to the aesthetic of videos where it's like, oh, she went on a journey, so we get to see her walk where she went, because, you know, if she's just sitting and talking everywhere, the video is boring. We need these beautiful b-roll scenes, you know, that's what makes videos what they are. So here I go. I'm walking away now, but I am actually going to have to turn around and fix the camera again. So when you do videos like this, you end up doing double the distance. But it's worth it for the video. We'll be the best can be, and the rest we'll have to see.